Hey everyone, welcome to the Fat Life Podcast, a place where we celebrate embracing the good life, drinking the good drinks, eating the good foods, and being an overall good person. Now, it's time to embrace the fluff with your hosts, Reggie and Carter.
Thank you.
There's no 4K? I don't want it.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Did you say 1080? Ew. What do we live in the Stone Age?
Oh my god.
Ew. Go fuck yourself. If it's not that quad HD, I don't want it.
On that note, welcome to the Fat Life Podcast.
Fucking recording this whole time.
I am.
I should have figured. Yeah, Fat Life Podcast. Sunday night edition. Welcome.
Dun dun dun.
Bum 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 bum. Dun dun dun. I don't want to get sued by the NFL. Bum 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 bum.
Oh, you'll be sued by the Olympics? Who makes more money?
Our prediction for the Olympics didn't happen.
It's not over.
I said, well, my prediction I thought was going to happen at the beginning, but, you know.
Didn't I say the closing ceremony?
I think you did. Somewhere around there.
Something like that.
I know we were talking about the beginning because we thought the world leaders were going to be there, but I'm pretty sure nobody showed up. World leader-wise, I don't think anybody important showed up.
Mike Pence showed up for the U.S., and then Kim Jong-un's sister.
Ooh.
Which that's actually supposed to be a huge
deal?
Yeah. Because it's the first person in the Un family
to show up to an Olympics?
To show up to South Korea. To cross the border.
So he wouldn't come. He's too much of a pussy, so he sent his sister.
Well, same reason Trump didn't go.
Okay, I'd give you that. All right, makes sense.
Because I think in past Olympics, like I know obviously in Russia, Vladimir Putin was there and know, everything like that. I will say, Korea as a whole, they made like a special flag just for the Olympics.
For North and South to be together?
Yeah, to be under one flag.
Gotcha.
It's like a flag of like peace and unity. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Pretty neat.
See if it stands up.
Yeah, no, it won't.
No, closing ceremonies will happen and then boom, they'll go right back to hating each other again.
Yep. We all know how that works.
It's not as bad as that fucking reporter that you showed me commentating on the Olympics. Jesus. Fucking Hunger Games.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, the Olympics, Winter Olympics figure skating.
I knew it.
Just look up the male commentator for the Winter Olympics figure skating.
And that's the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would be the cocky ones that said
this motherfucker
just the most flamboyant motherfucker
is in a
out there.
flamboyant, sparkly-ass jacket, but looks identical to the dude in Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah. I feel like he's going to start
like
doing interviews.
The minister or whatever the fuck he is. Yeah, looks just like him, hair and everything.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for Jennifer Lawrence to show up.
Exactly. Start bow and arrowing people out of here. I'd watch those Olympics.
What do you got for us tonight, Carter?
Oh, man. Where do I start? Let's not... I don't want to jump into stories yet.
No?
I'm in a fucking good mood today.
Good.
It's weird. Good. It's random. I don't do these very often, so I'm actually in a good mood.
Is it because you have a dinner with a friend coming up?
Yeah, I think if it comes through, and I say if it comes through because there does tend to be times when, you know, obviously we both live very busy lives, you know, with the podcast and then working evenings. She has a daughter, so it's hard to find a time where we can just exactly. And we ruled out weekends only because, you know, she has her daughters on the weekends. I have my kids on the weekend, and it's hard for us to just get together and have dinner or go out and do something on the weekend. So we can do something during the week, but with my schedule working till 9 p.m., I have to plan it out in ahead where I can take the day off, or at least take half a day so that I can get off at a decent time, you know, go do something fun. But it started because I was kind of telling you a story, but you're sleeping, so it didn't really make sense. So I'll kind of explain it again of what happened. So I started my day, and I was working, and I got a message on Facebook. It was from a good friend of mine that I worked with, and she sent me this video that I sent to you, I sent to Allie, I sent to a few other people. And it's just this guy.
Joshua Fierstein.
Yeah, someone I absolutely hate with a passion. And I don't hate him for what he stands for. I hate him for how he acts in his videos.
I'm very bobacious.
Very bobacious, but he's religious, which doesn't bother me. But he's the type of person that pushes it down your throat in his videos. Right. I do not like being preached to. I'm not a religious person by any means. I don't have a problem with religion, but do not push it in my face the way he does.
So in that essence, he's a evangelical.
Yes.
Or an evangelicist, whatever. But the whole issue I have, so I used to follow a lot of his stuff and everything. But it's become more of the, like you said, pushing it down your throat.
Yeah.
Think of the Mississippi black lady that goes to church. And if you weren't there, all hell's gonna break loose. Like that's what it gets to be for me.
Yeah.
And I can't do that,
My big thing is that he can't have a conversation or bring up anything without bringing up the fact that it's all because of the Lord.
Right.
Which is fine. Again, if that's what you believe in, I 100% respect and honor that. My personal thing is just don't push it on me, and he couldn't have a conversation on Facebook without pushing it. So I eventually, anytime I see him, I turn it off. Like, it's just, I'm done. So I saw him pop up on the video, and I dozed out of the video. I let it play, but I dozed out. I was like, whatever, I'm doing my job. And he made a few comments in the video about, you're a good person. You're awesome. I love you for who you are. And I want to remind this to you. He goes, so I'm challenging you to a friend challenge to send this to a couple of your friends. Let them know that they're awesome. Now, me personally, fuck that. I'm not doing that. You tell me to do something, I'm not going to do it. But if I like something, I'll send it out. So I was like, okay, fine. There's a few people I can send this to who will actually enjoy it, who might actually brighten up their day. Send it to a couple people. One of them happened to be a girl that I worked with. I work with still, but I haven't seen her in months since I went to work from home. And we were really good friends before I went to work from home. She was married, going through a divorce. Kind of been emotional support. Like, hey, if you ever need anything, I just did this. I know how to go through this. I know exactly what it's like having a kid. Going through this, let me know if you need anything.
Sure. And
we fell out of contact for a long time, only because we hadn't seen each other in a while. So I sent the video to her, sent a video to a few other people, and out of everyone I sent it to, only 2 people responded, and she was one of them. And we started talking, and same conversations we usually used to have, like, how are you doing? How's things going? Great. I'm glad that you're going, I'm glad that things are moving great for you, trying to keep my distance because I didn't want to come off as that guy that's like, hey, so I hear you're divorced now. When are we going to get together? Like, I'm not that kind of person. So we just started talking, and I actually started enjoying myself a little bit in the conversation, which is not something I do very often anymore, especially with other people. Outside of, maybe a conversation that you and I have. I don't really text people and send them gifts and stuff, but I was, sending random gifts that were funny, and we were both laughing and having a good time. I said, well, she complained that, nobody took her out for her birthday, and that all of her friends had abandoned her. And I was like, well, I would have taken you out for your birthday, which is a true story. I would have taken her out on her birthday, but usually if I say, hey, let's go do something, she makes an excuse about how she can't do it because of this or she can't do it because of that. I said, so instead of inviting you out, I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm sure you have plans with other people then. Turns out she didn't. Probably should have made the move then and said, hey, let's go do something, like, have fun or whatever.
Each other.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, hey, I said, that's it. I said, I'm not taking no for an answer. You're not going to make excuses. I'm going to hold you to it. I said, we're going to go out one of these nights in a couple weeks, either this week, next week, or whenever. We'll go out and we'll go to main event and have, go bowling or something. Or, sure. The only thing I don't want to do is go see a movie with you because it's just boring. I don't want to do that. I said, so let's go do something fun. And she was like, okay, well, we'll try to make time for it. I said, great. I said, if you want to, we can. If not, whatever. She goes, yeah, we can go do something. She goes, I just have to find a way to figure out time where I can go. I said, you let me know and I'll make sure that it happens. I said, and I'm holding you to it. No excuses. I said, if you make an excuse, I will crush your excuse and we'll still go. So yeah, I was actually extremely happy because I'm going to be able to reconnect with someone I haven't seen in forever. And I'm excited about it.
And that's a plus.
It's a plus because I don't get out very often anymore. So it's nice
don't.
to actually have an opportunity to get out and see someone that I haven't seen in a while.
You don't get out ever.
Ever. I try not to.
That's bad. You need a social life, Carter. No, not You need a social life.
Sometimes. I need a social life, but at the same time, there's a lot of times where I just don't want to be social with people.
And why not?
I just don't want to.
Well, I'm going to get you there.
There's a lot of people that want to have a social life and get together. I just don't care what's going on in your life.
No, I'm going to get you there.
Just like I don't care for sharing what's going on in my life with you. So if I had the right group of people, if I were to go out and have a social life, you have to be open and talk to people about stuff. I don't want to talk to you people about anything.
Occasionally.
That's why I have a podcast. You want to hear what my opinions are and stuff? Listen to my podcast. If not, don't fucking bother talking to me. Plain and simple. I only hang out with my fans.
You are such a pompous prick.
I try.
You try?
A little bit.
I will say I'm quite proud of you lately.
Why?
You've been taking pride in how you look when you come out of the house.
Little bit.
What shoes you got on today?
I got my sandals on because I'm still waiting to get my other shoes. I can't find my Vans. I don't know what happened to them. I wore them one day. I took them off. I started wearing these around the house to go out and run errands and stuff. Have not been able to find my Vans since. And
I like them. They're your dad's shoes.
Yeah, that's what my dad said to me yesterday. I was like, dude, I've worn these 3 times to the house now, and you're just now realizing I have them. And you got those nice little loafers, so those are nice.
Yeah, my Allie gets mad.
Why?
So they're like the Sorel, like house slippers or whatever.
Right.
Look halfway like Uggs or whatever. I wear them everywhere.
It's hard not to, right? It's
Bro,
so
like when
easy.
you find comfy shoes, I don't give a shit how I look. Like, but then at the same time, like Allie wants me to like look presentable when we go out on date night and shit like that, right?
No joke. In high school, I had a pair of flip-flops that were just like these, except they were black instead of brown. People used to call them my Jesus shoes because I would not wear a single. That's the only shoe I wore at school.
Yeah.
Not because I thought it was fashionable. Not because I thought I was, creating a new thing at school.
No,
I just was like, they're fucking comfortable and I'm going to wear them.
Exactly.
And they'd be like, how are your Jesus shoes holding up? I wore those things till they fell fucking apart.
Bro, I wear these with my slacks to work. My slacks and button-ups.
They pass as nice shoes for work.
Exactly.
If you have slacks on, it's fine. Shorts, okay, they stand out a little bit.
I don't give a shit.
But even then, it's like, it's not as big of like if you were wearing fucking bunny slippers. Then it'd be like, there's a fucking problem. But those, they pass as regular walking shoes.
Yeah, exactly. I find something comfortable and I'm good.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm happy.
Like I told you, my next pair are going to be J's. I can't wait.
Yeah.
As soon as I get a chance to get them, I'm going to get a pair of J's. I'm thinking about either 3s or 4s, one of the two. Or whatever's on the shelf when I go to the store, depending on which one I go to.
Most stores, what is it called? Shoe Palace?
Yep. I can't stand that place.
No, but they carry a lot of J's.
They do. They do. The only problem I've ever had at Shoe Palace is like the people there, when I go in there, they tend to be a little pushy.
Yeah.
Where I'll be looking at a shoe and they'll be like, I've got that in your size. I'm like, you don't even know what size I'm in. Like, dude, like, calm the fuck down.
You want to talk about pushy?
Sure.
So today, Allie and I go and look at houses, right?
Yeah.
New builds to buy and everything. And we go, let's see, we looked at 4 different builders today.
Uh-huh.
We walk in to the last one we went to see. We'd already pretty much made up our mind.
And just to put this company on blast, who was it?
What is it? Richmond American.
Okay.
American
So they're
Richmond,
not like the big builders out here, but they are
they're not
brand.
huge, right? But in a way they are, because I mean they said they've been building around for 15 years in this development.
Right.
But at the same time, if you've been trying to build out one development for 15 years,
That's a problem.
that's a big problem, and they still had lots available.
Uh-huh.
So we walk in, lady's like, "Hey, how can I help you guys? What are you looking for?" And I said, I start off, just so they understand that I'm not just some 29-year-old kid fucking wearing my flip-flops and a ratty t-shirt and a hat.
Right.
And I'm like, look, I got a VA home loan, pre-qualified up to $453,000. Like, I'm good. I was like, we're looking for the house that, like, speaks to us, right? That's going to be, like, that home that we can raise our child in and everything like that. So I'm like, look, like, I've got the VA home loan. Prefer 1 story, but don't mind, if it's 2-story or a single story. Mm-hmm. Need 4 bedrooms.
Okay.
4 bedrooms minimum. Especially, like, with you and the boys moving in.
Right.
And then, obviously, wanting area for podcasts, office, and everything like that. And she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, well, here's all my single stories, and they're all 3 bedrooms. Okay. Did you listen to a single word I just
completely missed the boat? Like,
don't care if it's single story.
Yeah.
But it has to be 4 bedrooms minimum. Yeah. These are 3 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms. No. These are 3. Oh, okay. And then she's like, here, come outside. Doesn't even let us see the model. Here, come outside. These are the lots I have available. This lot is extra because it's $35,000 extra. So the other one over there you don't have to pay for. But this one here, $35,000 lot premium. Okay? Again, show me the fucking houses. And then she's like, oh, well, come on, walk with me. Walk with you? We walked a mile to this fucking spec home that's already built. And she's, this is perfect for you. It's $370, already built, quick moving. And she's like, what's the time frame again? And I was like, look. I was like, we got a baby on the way. I was like, we're looking 9 months to 18 months for move-in time frame. I was like, so realistically, if your build time's 6 months, anywhere from, 3 months to, 12 months out, on really trying to
push.
She's like, okay, well, this is quick moving. $370,000. We walk in the house. Hated it.
Okay.
Every aspect of it. And, Allie and I are nice. So, we found the good in the house. We're like, oh, we like this and this and that. Really, we hated every aspect of it. And she's like, so, do you want to make an offer? Do you not remember I told you? A minimum of 3 months, a maximum of, 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Didn't give a shit. Didn't listen to a single word we said.
Nope.
It's a fucking nightmare. But then, on the way to your parents' house, we were stopping by today. We found another builder. It was fucking incredible, bro. And I said I had to FaceTime you while we were in this. So it's single story. The house itself is 4 bedrooms, but it's a 3-car garage, right? But it's like the 2-car garage, and then a detached. It's not detached, but it is detached. It's a different part of the house. Right. 3rd-car garage. Well, they turned that into a bonus room, which I think we're gonna turn into the podcast studio.
Yeah, as soon as you FaceTime me from it, the first thing you showed me was where the chairs and the TV, and I thought that's where the studio will be.
Yeah.
And then there's the card table. And I was like, that doesn't matter. That's where the studio is gonna be. We'll do something there at work.
It was fucking pristine.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect in every way. So just getting more ideas, and then like you said, next weekend you want to go out with us.
Yeah. Go take a look at a few places.
I'm working Saturday, but we can go Sunday because they're open. We went today.
Sunday is tough because I work, but we can see what we can do.
What time do you start working?
Noon.
Oh, fuck. All right. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll do something
Figure
about
something
it.
out.
That's pretty dope. And the fact that someone doesn't even fucking listen to you, we can go all the way back to last week. I think we talked about it on the podcast. We may not have. The fact that we went to a boxing gym.
No, we didn't talk about it.
No,
That was actually
Thursday night.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday,
when
so
we
not
went
too
out
long
to
ago.
dinner. That fucking guy.
Yeah, I
couldn't
people
fucking
that don't
stand it.
listen, right? So you and I walked into Knockout Fitness.
Yep.
Which is a boxing MMA.
Trying to be a legit gym.
Gym in the aspect of like a workout, not
Area
in the MMA lab.
Yeah, exactly. It was nowhere close to the MMA lab.
No, the MMA lab's dope. But they just do high intensity workouts with boxing bags.
Right.
Realistically is what they do.
Right.
We walk in, either the owner or the general manager, I think it was the owner. We walk in, about to go to dinner. I was like, hey guys, we're really just trying to figure out what you guys charge a month. We're interested, both want to get back in shape, and I think this is a fun way to do it. So we'd really just like some info on how much it costs per month. Mm-hmm. And the owner looks at us and then gives us that bullshit.
Yeah, that irritated me.
And that, in the first fucking second, I was pissed. And he's like, oh, well, Jorge, help him.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
And then the dude's like, oh, so do you guys have time for a tour? I said, no. I was like, I got a pregnant fiance outside. We're going to dinner. All I want is the pricing. Then it goes into this whole 15-minute spiel.
How many days do you want to work out? What kind of classes do you see on here that you would actually go to? Fuck you. What's the price?
I don't know how many times I could have abruptly
emphasized.
Ended the conversation.
Yeah.
When he tried to bring up military shit, cool.
Yeah.
That was my response to him. Cool.
Yeah, cool. Don't care. Like, yeah, and I get that. I am 100% behind you on that. Don't act like, oh, I was going to do this.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck about what you were going to do.
You and I talked about that at dinner. You were like, you laughed that I cut him off.
Like, yeah, you just like straight up shot him down.
The dude was like, I told him like, he's like, oh, have you ever boxed or done MMA? I was like, just in the military. Oh, what branch? I was like, I was in the Army. I was 13 Bravo. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, I was going to be in 11 Bravo. Cool. I don't care about was bees. Yeah. I was going to join the military. I don't give a fuck. You either do it or you don't. And if you didn't do it, I don't want to hear about it.
Exactly. I agree with you on that one.
So my response to him was cool. And then just ended the conversation.
It's like,
I was fucking
let's
heated,
look
bro.
at this. Like,
I asked you for a simple question. How much do you guys charge?
Yeah, and then the prices were fucking ridiculous for what they were.
Bro, yeah.
I mean, for the type of gym that they were, get the fuck out of here.
$100 a month. Now I get the fact that you can go to unlimited classes. That part is cool. But $100 a month? Not worth it.
No. And $149 startup?
Yeah.
No.
And they didn't even tell you, does it include your gloves? Does it include your wraps? Does it include, anything?
Oh, but we have a ring here, and if you want to spar together, you guys, when you have one friend that goes, the other friend's going to want to go too. And so then you guys are both going to challenge each other to go, and that's good. I don't give a fuck. Just tell me what the fucking price is so I can get in and get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Pregnant lady needs to eat. You fucking dumb shit.
Well, and that's the thing, though, bros, is like they had the printouts of it. They just wouldn't hand them to us.
Annoying.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Annoying. Going through that whole spiel and then to tell us that, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and you know why they do it? It's because of the price.
Of course. If you were to turn around and be like, okay, so this is our price, $99 and then this, I'd be like, okay, but then I'll ask you.
Why?
What does that include?
Yep, exactly.
What is this going to do for me? At that point, sell me. But if you're going to sit there and sell me and then not tell me what I need to know to the very last minute and ask me if I want to sign up then and there, fuck out of here.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is it's like so many people these days don't know how to sell.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd rather go to like a UFC gym or something.
Selling is not your spiel.
No.
By any means. Selling is listening to what the consumer and the buyer is asking.
Uh-huh.
What do you charge per month? Oh, well, hey, you know what? Our month-to-month plan starts at $99 a month.
Let me tell you what it comes with.
Right. If you did a 12-month plan, which is still you pay monthly, but it's 12 months, a 12-month contract, it's going to be $79 a month. Mm-hmm. This is what it includes. You can go to unlimited classes from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Here's the classes I have.
Right.
Does that sound good to you?
Cool. You know what? I'd love to. Hey, you know what, though? I don't have the $150 sign-up fee today. Do you guys have, like, a trial? Oh, you know what? Here's 3-day pass.
Yeah, which they wound up giving to us anyways.
Boom.
We're stupid.
That right there, though, I would have actually signed up.
Oh, sure.
Because you listened to what I asked, right?
Right.
And that's the whole thing is we walked in and we're like, hey, dude, like, we'd love some information on how much it costs a month. And then, like, we'd love to maybe come in and try a class and bring you onto the podcast and, like, have you guys do your spiel and really promote your business and help us out at the same time.
Exactly. We have a loyal fan base. Trust in them.
Didn't give a fuck.
Not at all.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Like, it's just like, listen to what your clientele is asking for. The number one thing when I sold cars, I would introduce myself. And the first question is, what are we looking for today?
Right.
And then you actually listen. And if they say, hey, I'm just kind of looking around, I'm going to say, that's awesome. Here's what deals I have today. Here's my cell phone number. While you guys are on the lot, if you have any questions at all or want to test drive anything, give me a call or a text. Mm-hmm. Always worked. That's to where if you fucking hound them and just are their little shadow, I'm sorry. I'm never going to buy from you.
Right.
If I say, hey, bro, I'm good, I'll come get you when I'm ready or I find something I want to test drive, that is the salesman I want to deal with.
Exactly. I think that was my biggest struggle with selling cars is that I worked for a company that was very mandate that you have to hound them. You have to be on top of them. As soon as that you introduce yourself, they deal with nobody but you. Yep. They're never on the lot alone. And it was like, okay, but why am I hounding them? And I'm pressuring them into something that they're not going to be happy with. I'm can't do that as a person. I just don't believe in doing that to somebody.
Well, it's like for me, like as a consumer, I don't want that, right?
Exactly.
So like when Allie and I today, and this lady's like, oh well, here, make an offer. No, woman, who the fuck is gonna look at a house and while still looking at the house, make an offer?
Especially when it's nothing compared to what you were asking for.
Yes, nothing at all.
That to me is fucking
nothing
bizarre.
Not what we were asking for, not what we were looking for, and we told her exactly what builders we had looked at, what we really liked. Didn't listen at all, but then it's like, oh well, make me an offer. No. One, I haven't had the chance to talk with my fiance privately, even in the car or outside or in the backyard or whatever, about if we liked any aspect of this house.
Right.
Because let's be honest, if you're with a stranger that's trying to sell you something, you're not going to be 100% honest with what you like and don't like of something in front of them.
Very true.
Because we're respectful people. I don't
Very
know where
true.
the fuck this gnat came from, but it's driving me insane. But yeah, you know, like it's just fucking, who does that?
I don't know.
It's fucking, and then she goes, well, you know, I have another couple coming in at like 2:15, 2:30. They're coming to look at the house for a third time. Great. Cool. I don't like this house.
Let them have it.
I don't give a fuck.
Let them have it.
Sometimes I understand why people just snap and kill people.
Wow. Yeah, well, speaking of killing people, segue right into our first story of the night.
That was the point.
Yeah, we have...
Call me a segue artist.
Segue artist. Segues are weird. Murder suspect claims 19-year-old hired him through Craigslist to kill her.
Come again?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, there was this 19-year-old girl in Colorado that was found dead. Okay, I'm gonna try to summarize this story.
Beautiful girl too. You showed me a picture.
Very beautiful.
I was quite surprised.
Yeah, not exactly what you would expect from someone who wants to die. Honestly.
Well, I wouldn't expect a 19-year-old to, you know, want someone to kill them.
Yeah, but you can have depressive 19-year-olds. You see pictures of them, you go, listen.
Oh, yeah.
It looks almost as if through what they're wearing and their demeanor in their pictures that you can tell there's a depressive side to them. This picture on here that they show, you don't see it at all. Mm-mm. She seems happy. So I don't know how real the story is, to be honest with you. I don't know how real this guy is with it. But basically, they found this 19-year-old woman dead in the woods near a Colorado dairy farm. They found a guy. They arrested him. He's 22 years old. And he said that he found a posting on Craigslist from this girl saying that she was looking for someone to kill her, essentially. Let's see. He works for Domino's Pizza, and they brought him in to ask a couple questions, and he was perfectly fine doing so. So he didn't fight it or anything. They took him into custody and asked him a couple questions. He continued to explain that how he came across a bizarre post on the classified ads website while he was combing through women seeking men section.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. The ad was titled, "I want to put a hit on myself." And he said that she has to be the person that was behind it. The suspect told detectives how he reached out using a fake persona and how he let her met up with her to carry out the deed. Police discovered the Bloomfield teen's body off Riverdale Road, the property of a McIntosh Dairy Farm, a day after her boyfriend reported her missing on December 28th. Weeks before she vanished, she had been granted a restraining order against a 42-year-old man, an alleged stalker. Which is weird.
And how old was the killer?
22.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's a suspect.
Sure.
But he's 22-year-old. Says it looks like she died from a single gunshot wound to the head, potentially lethal level of heroin in her system.
Okay.
According to the autopsy. It says Lopez eventually admitted to pulling the trigger.
Okay.
So he did it.
I'm curious to see more of her side of the story.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you're never going to get it. But maybe a suicide note. I know technically it is suicide if she's requesting someone else kill her.
Yeah, and he described how Bollinger knelt down on the ground, and that he knelt down on the ground along her left side and slightly in front of her, according to the affidavit. They prayed together before Lopez allegedly fired the fatal shot. He then bolted with the victim's purse and the gun.
Why would he steal her purse?
Maybe they have something.
That's the part that doesn't make sense.
There's a possibility that there was something
Yeah.
in there for it. Authorities uncovered more than 100 text messages between the pair on December 28th. Adams County Sheriff said Bollinger only knew the shooter for a short period of time, but declined to discuss a motive in the murder. It's very difficult in these cases, even if there's a stated motive, to really determine long term what the motive truly is.
See, I'm curious on. So there's obviously over 100 text messages between them, right?
Yes.
On what they said. Because if it's him responding to that Craigslist ad,
there's your proof.
Right. But at the same time, it's still murder.
It is. It is.
And I think it would be more considered. I don't know if it would be considered like first or second degree or even third degree murder, or if it would be considered a manslaughter charge.
I don't know.
Because
it's premeditated.
Yeah, but someone else asked you to do it. They asked you to kill them.
But you're willingly agreeing.
Like, that's me asking you to kill me. Like, it was my idea, not yours.
True.
So
would it be manslaughter? That's a good question.
That's the interesting part.
I don't know. It's tough because she was so beautiful.
Yeah. You want to hear another story?
Yeah.
This is Snapchat to the rescue.
Okay.
I can't fucking stand the new Snapchat update, by the way.
It doesn't bother me.
It's horrendous.
I found my next story on that new Snapchat update.
So did I.
Yeah.
Which one?
That one. We'll go into it.
Yeah. So mine is about the girl that got fucked to death.
She got fucked to death?
To death. Fucked to death.
How?
Huh?
How?
Acquaintance of dead 18-year-old joked about having sex with her while she overdosed.
Oh, God. No.
A 19-year-old man was arrested for allegedly raping a teenage girl while she was dying from an overdose. Brian Valera of Linwood, Washington, was taken into custody Tuesday on suspicion of manslaughter.
Okay.
Homicide by controlled substances and second-degree rape in the death of 18-year-old Alyssa Nocita.
Okay.
According to the graphic police report filed in court, Valera bragged about the incident to friends by sending photos before throwing Alyssa's body in the trash on Saturday. He wrote alongside the photos, "Laugh out loud, I think she OD'd. Still breathing. I'm smashing her to pass the time," before adding, "She died having sex with me." Alright, this girl, just like the one that you just looked at, very beautiful girl, According to the report, Alyssa, who was still a high school student, had gone to a party, and met this dude there. We're having a good time. They went back to his bedroom, where they both snorted a line of Percocet, and then she passed out after Valera offered her a dab of liquid THC. Instead of calling for help or taking Alyssa to the hospital, Valera allegedly raped her. He later told his friends that he did not know if she was alive when he ejaculated into her. Later that night, his friends received a group message that included photos of an unconscious woman with swollen blue lips, dressed in nothing but a pair of white Calvin Klein underwear. Valera briefly considered driving Alyssa to the emergency room, but told a friend he was too tired to do so and went to bed instead, leaving the teenage girl for dead. When he woke up the next morning, he discovered that Alyssa had died. He showed her body to his roommate, who later recalled to the police that the victim appeared stiff and had foam around her mouth. Instead of contacting the police, Valera locked his bedroom with Alyssa's lifeless body still inside and went to work a double shift at Dairy Queen. As his co-workers told police, Valera allegedly bragged at work about having sex with Alyssa and described in graphic detail how he had broken her legs to load her body into a plastic bag, which he was planning to fill with onions and berry. One of Valera's colleagues contacted the authorities after seeing a Facebook post written by Alyssa's mother reporting that her daughter was missing. So far, you're thinking, what the fuck, right? It gets worse. This dude is a sociopath. Police responded to Valera's mobile home on Tuesday morning and found her body stashed inside a black trash can. When questioned by police, the 19-year-old suspect admitted to having sex with Alyssa, but insisted that even though she was out of it, that the encounter was consensual. After the teen died of suspected drug overdose, Valera said he attempted to wash his DNA from her body, stuffed it inside a crate, and researched how to get rid of the body. He claimed he was too scared to call authorities. After reading Alyssa's mother's post on Facebook, Valera said he used Alyssa's thumb to unlock her iPhone and update her Snapchat to make it appear as if she had run away from home, which she had done before. He then dumped the device at a construction site. Police have recovered the phone and are currently reviewing its contents. Valera made his initial court appearance on Wednesday and was seen smirking at the judge and on camera. Prosecutor argued that Valera showed a callous and shocking disregard for human life, and the judge ordered the man be held in jail on a $500,000 cash bail only, or cash only bail. So you're going to tell me you were too scared to call the authorities, right? But you had the gall and the wits about you to use her thumbprint, unlock her phone, update her Snapchat story somehow. I don't know what the fuck you would have updated it with. Not her dead body.
You could take a picture of some sort of scenic thing.
Right. And then make it seem like she was running away from home.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. And then to tell all these people you've done that? Like, what the fuck
Fucking
is wrong
retarded.
with people?
Fucking retarded.
Like,
who does that?
The girl is ODing and foaming. So, for those that don't know, most ODs, when someone's ODing, they do foam from the mouth.
Right.
So you're telling me this girl is foaming from the mouth and your first thought is, I'm going to fuck her? What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's weird. Well,
I really hope when he goes to prison, because he will.
Hope he gets killed.
And it will be most likely a maximum security prison.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
I hope that he ODs while he's getting fucked in the ass by Bubba. He's going to OD on that black cock.
That's, I'm literally at a loss for words.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is a podcast, I'm supposed to talk, but
fucked up people in this world.
I've got nothing for you on that.
Isn't that sad?
That's disgusting.
I was very taken by surprise and then very saddened by that.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, and hey, thanks Snapchat for the story.
Snorting
but like,
Percocet.
What the fuck, bro? That's the thing though, like everybody, well, I don't say everybody, a lot of people in today's society have taken or snorted Percocet.
It's common.
Right, it's a very calming thing. My thing is though, THC, you can't really OD from THC. Not a dab of THC.
No. Well, you mix that dab with Percocet. I couldn't imagine. Like, if you were to smoke a joint with Percocet, you're fine. When you're fucking around with dabs.
I've never done either.
A dab is like. So basically, they refer to it as shatter.
It's like
wax.
The pure THC, right?
Yeah, to an extent, and it's usually like a dab machine. Kind of looks like a bong. There's all kinds of different ones, but basically you use a torch to heat it.
Sure.
It bubbles like when you see those movies where they're melting heroin in a spoon. It does the same thing in this bowl. Smokes up, and you bring the smoke in through water like a bong, and you inhale it. And it's a very, very strong concentrate versus smoking a flower.
Okay.
It's very, very strong. I won't fuck with it. It's too much for me. And if you were to mix that kind of strength of THC with a Percocet in your body,
well, especially snorting a Percocet,
it's not going to be the best. Yeah.
Which is going to
straight to the bloodstream.
Right, exactly.
It's not going to be the best ending for you.
Speaking of quote unquote dabs, I saw a video on Facebook the other day. This dude fucking was at Benihana.
Okay.
So like a hibachi, grill. The chef and like walked away or something, and dude put a dab on the hibachi grill, put a cup over it, and then took a straw and smoked his dab off
there
the
you
fucking
go.
hibachi grill.
That'll fucking work for her.
No, that shit was pretty funny.
Oh, that's funny. Fucking don't do that, people. But that's fucking funny. That's
well, I mean, hey, if it's
funny.
in Colorado, it's probably legal.
Yeah, that's true, right? That's true. Although when I went to Colorado, they didn't have dabs.
No.
I don't. They probably do now, but this was years ago.
Right.
So you found an interesting story on Snapchat.
Yeah.
All right.
And you said you had found another.
I can't one up that, but fuck, that was bad. That was worse than what you described when you didn't even tell me.
Well, I told you I wasn't going to tell you.
Yeah, that was fucked up. So I found this story on Snapchat and I didn't save it, so I should have saved it because it had.
I do screenshots.
I should have done that, but for some reason, I didn't think of putting it into the story until I saw my dad's reaction to it.
Yeah.
I thought this will get fucking people because this is great. It's not great, horrible story, but the pictures.
You did say it has a good outcome, though.
It does have a good outcome.
Okay.
So this woman, I believe she's Japanese.
Sure.
This woman shares abuse she suffered at the hands of her granddad, who starved her.
Okay.
Okay.
How many days?
This is over years.
Years. Okay.
10 years.
Holy shit.
She get. I'll kind of read the story, and then I won't tell you how much she weighs.
Well, I know because I saw the story. I just didn't click on it.
You're supposed to play along with that, asshole.
No, I'm just honest.
This Japanese woman who only identified herself as Wild Cabbage.
That's her name.
On Twitter. She said lived with her grandfather for 10 years ago and he repeatedly starved her. The woman from Kyoto in central Japan's Kanase region claimed in a tweet that she was forbidden to eat by her abusive grandparent who would kick her in the belly when she was caught eating in secret.
Wow.
She would then either spit or vomit out the food. Reports say causing her to shed so much weight that she ended up weighing. Now you know how much she weighed, but what's the thinnest woman? Like, what is the lowest amount of weight you could think a woman could have?
Honestly, so like you see, it depends on her body structure and height.
Sure.
But I mean, like you see some grown women that are 90 pounds.
Yeah, and
they
like
look
that
to me
thin.
That is disgusting.
Yes.
Because like eat a hamburger. Like, and I get some of these women. Like I'm not shaming them. I'm not by any means shaming them. And I know one of my employees is that tiny, but eats like a fucking train.
Yeah, I knew
and
somebody
just can't gain weight.
I knew somebody when I went to the University of Phoenix she was all of 6'1", and she was maybe 100 pounds. She was thin.
Yeah,
she was thin.
Absolutely.
Great person, but she was thin. And when she would eat, she could put down like I could, and she would look pregnant for 2 days, and then it would just go away.
Huh.
She could not put weight on to save her life.
Interesting.
Okay, so 90 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I've seen. So I'd say probably smallest, probably 75 pounds.
75 pounds, and that's like really, really stretchy.
Yeah, like skin and bones.
Yeah, she's 37 pounds. Now, you said you saw the link but didn't click on it.
No, so I haven't seen any of the pictures or anything.
You want to?
Sure.
All right. My dad refused. Refused. My stepmom, all over it. I was like, oh my God. And I'm looking at these pictures and I'm kind of describing it. I'm like, oh my God, she's a skeleton with skin. And my dad's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And I was like, but it's like, you can't not see it. It's like, it's there. And my stepmom's like, all right, let me see. I'm like, all right, here. 37 pounds, sir. There's no words. There's no words. Yeah. Yeah, that's her naked. Obviously blackbarred because for privacy.
Give me that laptop.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see a little closer here.
Get a good look. And for those of you who haven't seen it, go online and look up 37-pound Japanese woman. Her story pops up. It's like usually the first or second story that's on there. Took me a while to find it because I saw it on Snapchat. But yes, 37 pounds of skin and bone. There's nothing there.
It's literally skin and bone.
There's nothing there.
And organs.
That side profile
is
literally the skeleton with just nothing on it.
Yeah.
Skin. No, not even a...
Oh, there's more.
There's hardly a stomach. It's horrifying.
Bro.
To see that someone survived that is horrifying.
What the fuck?
It's bad. Like, I'm trying to think of adjectives in my head right now or ways to describe this. It's
a skeleton with skin.
It's a skeleton with skin. There's no other way. I mean,
like the skeleton that you see
you can
in
tell,
like science class in high school.
Yeah,
just add nothing
but
layer of
skin,
a thin layer of skin.
Like you can see when she stands forward where her chest was, where her rib cage stops, and there's a patch of skin where I'm guessing her internal organs are just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
But like even her hips, her pelvis bone is all showing. You know, she still has her, her thing. I don't want to be nasty and be like, she still has a vagina. But it's like, there's just nothing there. It's like, I can't believe that someone, a grandfather, nonetheless, would abuse a child that much to get them down to that. I mean, fucking kill the person. Don't do that. And I don't agree with killing people, but that would be more humane than what he did.
What the fuck?
It's fucking, it's horrible. Fucking horrible. You just can't stop looking. See, I told you, as soon as you see it, it's like, I don't know how to look away from this. Like, what the fuck? Now, scroll up. You should see a picture of two Asian women.
I did.
The one on the left is her now.
I'm going to say the one on the left.
Yeah. And she's filled out. She looks like a normal young Asian woman. And I'm happy to see.
Giant bug eyes, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that shit's trippy, dude. That's sad, too.
It's good to see that she's in a better condition than she was at one point.
Would you say she's made a roaring comeback?
Just a bit.
Call me Segway Sally.
Go for it.
Oh, boy. Okay, alright. I was worried it was going to eat all of my cattle, says farmer. After a 45-minute standoff between Scotland police and a tiger.
Go on.
I didn't tell you this full story. I just told you.
No.
And I haven't even told you the full title of it because it'll give away the story.
Okay.
You don't want to toy around with tigers, which is why police in Peterhead, Scotland, sprang into action Saturday night. It started when a local farmer, Bruce Grubb, called the Northeast Police to report the presence of a large, fearsome cat with stripes on his farm.
Yeah,
I got the fright of my life, he told the Scottish Sun. The creature appeared to be crouched on a ramp in the barn. Officers immediately dispatched several vehicles, including an armed response team, to the farm. In addition, police contacted a nearby wildlife park to check if a tiger may have escaped. There was a 45-minute standoff before officers realized the tiger in question was a giant stuffed toy.
What the fuck?
Our ultimate aim is to protect the public and keep our officers safe when faced with uncertain situations. Until you know exactly what you're dealing with, every option has to be considered. We appreciate that it was a false call made with genuine good intent. It was a stuffed tiger. Just on the ramp of the barn.
Oh, fuck.
They brought out the SWAT team for a stuffed toy.
For 45 minutes, nobody thought, man, this thing's not fucking moving. Not even wagging its tail. What the fuck?
Shouldn't we get close? I want to know how they. Fuck. I want to know how they came across it as a stuffed cat. Did they shoot at it?
Jesus. Sir, that thing's not blinking. That thing's got the concentration of a motherfucker out there. It won't even blink at us.
What the fuck, Carter?
Does it look like it's breathing? Yeah, I think so.
It says officers had a roaring shift on Saturday night.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, that's funny.
Oh, die.
It's fucking hilarious. We told you, I think my dad told you that story about my sister and the stuffed tiger, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that popped through my head when you said it was stuffed. That was funny.
That's just not funny as fuck.
Who does that shit?
Stuffed tiger.
It had to be a fucking neighbor or something, because if that asshole went out there and set that up just to call the cops, he's a dick.
Well, it had to have evidently been very, like, life-size stuffed tiger, which they do sell.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Like, it would have had to have been of great quality.
Great quality.
To have actually scared somebody. That's funny as shit.
Oh, it's fucking horrible. So did you hear what happened at the Grand Canyon?
No.
So this happened
17 years ago?
No, this happened yesterday.
Okay.
You've been to the Grand Canyon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how they have the helicopter tours? Mm-hmm. One of the helicopter tours crashed into the canyon.
Oh, no shit.
Killing 3 people have been killed. 4 others are on level 1 trauma patients now. All from the UK.
No shit.
Yeah. Looks like it said 6 passengers crashed into the Quartermaster Canyon sometime around 5:20 p.m. During a Sunday afternoon press conference, Chief Bradley confirmed that all 6 passengers were from the United Kingdom. Authorities released the names of the victim who survived on the crash. Yeah, there's pictures of the crash.
Oh, this just got fun.
Yeah, it looks like they received an emergency call at 5:31. They tried to rescue them all. Unfortunately, obviously 3 died during the incident, and the other 4 were airlifted out by another helicopter. Which, personally, if I just got into a helicopter crash, the last thing I want to be done is airlifted in another helicopter. But that's just me. So that broke national news because, obviously, Grand Canyon's a national park, but it was all over the place yesterday.
Interesting. That's sad, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially being a national park and everything. Like,
it sucks because I've always wanted to do that. Or I've always wanted to do a helicopter trip through, like, the Vegas Strip. It's kind of tacky, but I've always wanted to be in a helicopter.
Yeah.
While it's in flight. So that's definitely shocking and scary.
We have 2 headlines for you.
Okay.
Larry Nassar.
Who?
The U.S. gymnastics coach that's been sentenced 60 to 145 years. Will be in Arizona.
He's going to be sentenced here?
Yeah.
Really?
He's being put in a Tucson prison.
Oh, I saw that. Yes, okay.
He's like, I guess it's the hub for sex offenders.
Yeah.
And there's another article.
He'll be dead in a week.
Human meat found in McDonald's meat factory.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I just had that Big Mac Grande meal yesterday.
You mean you had a finger?
Oh, fuck me. That's fucking disgusting.
Human meat found in McDonald's meat factory. McDonald's history is not a good one, and fast food restaurants already are known to have a lot of mystery ingredients, but this one tops the list. Previously brought you a report that detailed disturbing audio admissions by a man that claimed McDonald's uses human meat as a filler in their 100% beef hamburgers, and the fact that McDonald's has been accused of using worm meat fillers. Now inspectors have allegedly found human meat and horse meat in the freezers of an Oklahoma City McDonald's meat factory. Human meat was also recovered in several trucks that were on their way to deliver the patties to the fast food restaurants. According to various reports, authorities have inspected factories and restaurants across the country and have found human meat in 90% of the locations, horse meat found in 65% of the locations. FBI agent Lloyd Harrison told a reporter, "The worst part is that it's not only human meat, it's child's meat." The body parts were found across the U.S. factories and were deemed too small to be adult body parts. This is truly horrible. What in the actual fuck?
That makes me sick to my stomach because I've eaten a burger and bit down on something crunchy and thought it was crisp. That's not a joke either.
Oh, Carter. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these places?
I guess I'm sticking to hot and spices.
You're sticking to hot and spicy.
You're not getting a human being to a hot and spicy. I'll never get another burger.
No fucking fast food.
Yeah,
Like, the fast food that I'll do is Filiberto's.
Yeah.
Filiberto's.
Which is worse because it's cat meat and dog meat.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Let's be realistic here.
I still love it, but it is. I'm not going to fucking argue. It's delicious. Their carne asada, fuck you. Amazing. Even if it was barking an hour ago, it was fucking great. I'll never forget as a child, my mom took me to. There's a little buffet. Is it a buffet? Yeah. Restaurant we used to go to, Asian restaurant. One day we had lunch there and we left. As we were getting ready to leave, there was a small parking lot, so we were leaving out one side. And the Pilgrim's chicken truck pulled up right as we were leaving. Mm-hmm. It was a big chicken company at the time. I don't know if they're still around. But I was like, hey, at least their meat's chicken. Like, just because it was such a known thing that they eat cats. Like, I was like, hey, at least I know I had chicken there.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah, dude.
That's awful.
That makes me sick thinking I probably have eaten at least one human in my life. The horse.
Full human.
The horse thing, whatever. But human.
Yeah, exactly.
90%. Ugh, get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's like that sign, the PETA sign that has like all the animals across it. It says, "Where do you draw the line?" And it says, "At the wolf."
Yeah.
Everything else is game.
Even then, I don't draw the line. Keep going.
No, you're disgusting.
Keep going.
Never with my dogs.
Keep going. I'll eat a dog. That's fine.
You can no longer visit my house.
It's a tradition in
China.
Nah, I want to say it's India. Where is it? Where they don't even eat the dog. They feed their dog rice.
Yeah.
Uncooked rice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let its stomach explode.
And then it lets it go into the stomach, and then they gut the dog, cook the stomach, and then gut the stomach for the rice.
Uh-huh.
That, to me, is fucking gnarly. Like, why would you do that?
Well, in parts of Asia, and mainly China and things like that, they don't raise dogs as pets. They raise dogs as food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is understandable. And I'll probably take a lot of heat for this, but I don't have a problem with that. I think that we as a society have built up this feeling that dogs are supposed to be our friends 100% of the time, and that's just not the case. That's not how it is in a lot of countries. And I can understand and am perfectly fine with that in that country. Do I think it should be done in America? No. Let's not be stupid. I make jokes, but no. I would never eat a dog. I would never eat a dog in America. If I went to another country and they served me dog, would I try it? Sure. Because it's a delicacy there. Either. Exactly. It wouldn't be like, here's dog. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll eat dog. But, it is what it is. Dogs are considered animals. They are food in some places, and that's perfectly fine. I know PETA's probably fucking blowing a fit if you're listening to this. Like, fuck you! Eat a vegetable. Yeah. Have you heard the fact that vegetables and plants now can tell when they're being eaten? So fuck you. True fact.
Feelings too.
Yeah, there are a lot of vegetation.
You hear that, vegans?
Yeah, it's true that some vegetation, when they hear the noise of crunching plants around them, they put off a bitterness to them. Oh, so there's some vegetables that you're eating that are bitter because I swear to God, it's been proven in science labs. It's true.
We're naming this podcast "Hey Vegans."
Hey Vegans.
Have feelings too. Plants. We get lots of hate about it.
Yeah, so now it looks like vegans are gonna have to learn how to eat air because that's about all there's left. Oh, that's fucking funny.
On that note, continue eating the good, meaty, juicy, delicious, non-human, non-dog food.
I mean, unless you're into it.
No. Drinking the good drinks. And be an overall good fucking person.
I love fat people.
Show me the honey.